Hey guys, Nolan here. Today we're talking about what do we do when the horse doesn't want to ride to the bit. But before we do that, want to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified the moment I upload new content. So over the last few years, everybody, myself included, have been zoned in on the horse's neck. More specifically, the nose poking out to get rid of the dreaded curl. Chances are you have seen riders with this problem. Hell, maybe you're like me and have had this problem. And it can become very frustrating having to deal with it. First, let's talk about expectations. This issue isn't a quick fix. If you're watching this video looking for a device, an easy exercise, a piece of equipment that is going to fix this problem in, say, I don't know, a couple days, maybe a week tops, let me be the one to tell you this. It's not happening. Because there is no such thing. This takes time, and the sooner you come to that realization, the better off everybody is gonna be. Trust me, I've gone through it. Okay, second thing we have to talk about before we go any further. And this goes for everybody, not just riders with this problem. While a curled neck can come from poor training, it's not the only possible reason. There are many horses that struggle with a curled neck naturally. Have you seen any of the flashy horses ever at Gold Rides? Yeah, they've all got pretty much this problem before training has even started. So before we go on, understand that just because you have a horse who struggles to stretch out, that doesn't mean you're automatically the one to blame. It's very possible that's just the nature of the beast you own. That's it. So how do we poke the nose out? Your average amateur, and hell, even your competition coach, is going to have you focus on that neck alone. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen my video on competition coaches, the link is right up there, and I'll link to it down below in the description. Definitely give it a check out. But the neck alone is the least of your worries. And if that's your prime focus point, you're going to become very frustrated and discouraged. Why I say this is because you're going to get a day where it's, okay, doable, where you get the nose poked out. And then after that, it goes downhill for days, hell, even weeks. And we as riders think we've done something wrong. So we back off in desperation, and the whole cycle restarts again. So right now, forget about the front end. And no, don't you dare think that that means throw everything away. I have a whole video about what forget about the front end really means. Right there and there. What your main focus needs to be right now is strength. More importantly, your horse's strength. Because your horse curls for one of three reasons. One, you're pulling on the front end so much that he digs behind the contact, which disengages the hind legs and he doesn't have to follow through to the contact. Two, he doesn't even have a clue what contact is. Or three, he is struggling with the hind end to push underneath himself over that back end into your hand. Let's talk about number three for a moment. Our goal is to get that nose poked out, and to do that, he needs to open up the throat latch area. To open the throat latch area, he needs to open up that back and engage his own abdomen. In case you didn't know, that's hard work. But did you know if he curls, he loses engagement of those back legs? Taking tension off of the muscles? You can kind of see why he'd want to curl. So that's the first step. Understanding why he's doing it. He's not trying to be naughty or make you look bad. He's just struggling to hold it because of strength.
But we work on it hard every single ride. It's not getting any better.
Have you shown him where you want him? People like to think that correct contact just, magically happens. If I have rhythm and I have suppleness, my horse has to go into contact, right? No, not exactly. Contact is taught, and the best place to teach it is in hand. Show your horse what you want, get it, and reward. Once you have created a nice little dialogue between you and your horse about what you want, you need to then transfer that dialogue to when you're in the saddle, where the only difference is the length of space between the bit in your hand. See, the thing that usually gets lost in training, especially when we're dealing with a coach who has never dealt with this problem before, is that the horse needs to learn to follow the bit. If the bit is moved forward, horsey needs to kind of chase it down. This can be broken down into something as simple as leading your horse on the ground. If I walk forward, he follows. If I stop, he stops. This is the same thing when riding. Do you need an exercise? Try this. Before you mount, try backing him up. I usually go half the arena, 2 times each way. When backing him up, you're probably going to notice one of two things. Either he's going to pull up with his head, which if he does this, just bring him down nicely, tell him he's good, and try again. Which, by the way, you want his pole and his wither to be level. Or he's going to bury down, his nose going for his chest. Now if that happens, you're going to flex the bit nicely in his mouth and encourage him to open up that throat latch area. And once he does that, pat him, tell him he's good, and we back up again. There is no point backing up with his head up high or buried into his chest. It's not useful either way. And in both situations, you may notice that he tries to go backwards really fast. If this happens, slow him down while encouraging to keep that throat latch area open. And wait until he softens. Once he softens, you soften too. It's gonna be tedious at the beginning, not gonna lie. But you know, like what we saw at the beginning of this video, he's not doing it to be bad or naughty or make you look bad. He's doing it because he's struggling with strength. So just be patient. The next thing to remember here is you're trying to build strength. So short, good quality work is way better than crappy quantity work. So if you can get some really good transitions each way in every gait, with that throat latch open, you're probably good for the day. Don't get greedy, because the moment he gets tired, he's going to revert back to bad habits, and you'll be schooling them instead. And the last thing that we need to keep in our minds is that the curling of the neck isn't the main issue here, even though coaches and judges tend to point it out as such. No, it's a symptom of a bigger problem, aka his strength, as well as an understanding of how to follow his bit. If your horse struggles with contact or curling or struggling to understand how to follow the bit, I really do suggest you run on over to our good friends at Ride Verbatim, where they're going to teach you the tools of how to overcome this obstacle, as well as many other good things. And they've even given a code to their curriculum to all little cruisers. There it is right there, and I'll also have it in the description of this video below, with all the other helpful links to get you on your way. Do you have a horse that struggles stretching into the contact, or do you know somebody or teach somebody with the same problem? What do you think? Let us know down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, it's a little thing, but it really does go a long way. And if you haven't already, why not hit the subscribe button and join the Little Cruiser Guild yourself? We have new videos up every week for your entertainment, but also to make this horse world make a bit more sense. And that's pretty much everything I got for you guys, alright? Thank you so much for watching. I'm Nolan M Cruz. I'll talk to you later. Ciao!